y'all doing? Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States to help y'all secure legal status to live and work in America legally because, look, the government does not care about you or me. So let's work together. Let's collaborate, okay? You may have filed your case. You may be waiting to file your case. You're wondering, is it a good time to apply or is it a bad time to apply? You might, and so if you have found you've popped my show has popped up through your feed, it's for a reason. Your app that you're watching this live show on right now is for a reason. The app knows that you are thinking about filing, right? Or thinking about being sponsored. Maybe you got a Pookie Bear that wants to file for you, or maybe your case has already been filed and it's been so long that you're tired of waiting. Maybe they just know that the app knows that you just have a question about immigration. We're happy to help you out. We, as a me, on the live show, I'm happy to help you out, answer some questions. So please take advantage of my time. I'll be here for about, I know I always say this, but the schedule is kind of tight lately. So about 15 minutes. I went live for quite a bit last night. So when I get a chance, I love to go live and answer y'all's questions as almost on a daily basis. So go ahead and drop. You're welcome to join as a guest. All right. Or you could put a question in the comment section. But here's in the meantime, while you think about your question, there's at least four scenarios where you definitely need to talk to an immigration attorney. Okay. Number one, well, really, there's at least five actually. Number one, when you receive a request for evidence letter, you know that they give you like a list of documents, but it's a generic list usually. Okay. And you're probably thinking, well, it mentions kids, but I don't have any kids. So how can I give them children birth certificates? Obviously, you don't have to provide that, right? Okay. You don't have to give them a story about why you don't have kids, but there's so many other scenarios why they request more evidence. Okay. Second scenario, you receive a notice of intent to deny. A lot of people unfortunately give up. Many people call us, have a meeting with us, and we say, yo, did you know that this notice of intent to deny shows like the deadline was like 2 months ago? You're Dunskies. You're going to have to refile at this point. So, NOID does not mean denial. It makes it seem like it in the first paragraph that you've been denied, but you have not been denied. So don't give up. Okay. Here's the reality though. The deadline, once you receive that letter, on the notice says 30 days deadline. That is a limited amount of time. Okay. Y'all might, you know how y'all take like your Pookie Bear asks you, hey, what restaurant you want to go to, honey? Where do you want to go eat? And it takes you like, I don't know, 30 minutes to find someplace. Man, that takes too long. Imagine the amount of time you might take to find an attorney. And let's say it takes you like an hour. And then by the time you get to calling the law firm, they're like booked for a couple weeks. So at that point, you don't have time to wait. Okay. So go ahead and click on the subscribe button on YouTube or Facebook. Follow on this channel right here. Click the plus sign. Okay. And afterwards, if you're like, man, I don't like this guy's content or what he says, then unfollow. It's cool. Unfollow, because if you follow me and you don't like my content, you don't watch videos, apparently that's not good for the algorithm anyway. So that's the reality of things. So go ahead and just subscribe. Go ahead and follow for now. All right. The third scenario, okay, is if your case is delayed. And the government, look, the government is not going to tell you, USCIS or State Department is not going to email you and said, sorry, bro, your case is taking too long. They're not going to do that. Okay. So here's the thing. If you just, your gut feeling, you have a gut feeling that your case is taking too long, call us, email us. Okay. We're open to any way of communication. Okay. Except snail mail. Contact us. My team has a chart. I share a chart with them, how long cases essentially how soon we can file. So look, if you're on this channel right now, you're like, John, I just filed 3 months ago. You're tired of waiting. Yeah, I mean, you probably don't know. 3 months is too early for any application. Okay, too early to file a lawsuit. But look, I mean, there's different cases like asylum. We wait 4 years minimum. But it also depends on the part of the country. So we do collaborate with other attorneys, so much better insights to share with you. Whereas like waiting for adjustment status, we usually say like 15 to 18 months from file date. So if you just had the interview, or not just had, but let's say you had an interview 3 months ago and you're like, yo, it's been 3 months, but okay, we look at the receipt date also, because maybe you filed earlier this year and so it hasn't really been that long. Okay. Remember, traditionally, adjustment of status cases take about 12 months. Um, so the fourth scenario is if your case has been denied or your case has been your visa has been refused with the State Department. Okay. Do not give up. I actually don't. I realize I don't talk about this that often. Is that for visa refusals when a person is abroad? Um, don't give up. You have an opportunity to request for reconsideration. Of course, I don't recommend that y'all do that because you probably don't know what to say. Okay, and you get that one shot. It doesn't say you have one chance, of course, fortunately, for request for reconsideration, but you have to anticipate that it's really only one opportunity in the sense that you want to provide relevant information that can counter their reasoning. Okay. Unfortunately, that doesn't require any formal motion like a court or something like that. Okay. With USCIS, when you get denied, you've got two options. Okay. Generally, we refile the case, like the 485, for example, unless there's a finding of marriage fraud, okay, 204C, then we definitely want to file a motion to reopen, reconsider 290B, okay? Um, if y'all have any questions, welcome to drop it in the chat box. I do recommend to provide a bit more information in your question. For example, I see a question from Eric. Any info about the I-130? That's too broad. I have no idea how to answer that question. I just have to assume that you're wondering about processing times, and even with processing times, I have to know what the relationship is. It IR? Is it family preference F1234? So you want me to provide more information for y'all? Please provide me information. I know, typical lawyer answer. It depends. Give me the facts, okay? Because look, I run through these questions as quickly as I can with as much information as possible for y'all, okay? I don't want to waste y'all's time. So I thank you so much for joining in here. So that's at least 4 scenarios. I'm going to add a fifth scenario. All right, Eric, sounds good. Who'd you file for, though? I'm glad you're a citizen. The fifth scenario, I just recorded a video. I finally got back to recording, okay, on the YouTube. And so watch out for that. That should be coming out in the next 48 hours. We'll collaborate with another attorney who focuses on a niche, what we call Padilla, okay, Padilla versus Kentucky Supreme Court case. So if you have been charged with a crime, if you have been convicted of a crime, whether through a plea deal or by a jury or judge, you need to talk to a immigration attorney. Immigration attorney that focuses on crimes. Okay. So we have people on our team that do that. Okay. And so if you've been charged with a crime, but you only have a public defender or you only have a criminal defense attorney yes, even if you have a resident status, you definitely need to talk to an immigration attorney who can and wants to, not just can, but want to review state crime requirements, because it does take a lot of, at least on the attorney side, it does take a lot of time to review that. We definitely want to provide accurate information to your criminal defense attorney or yourself, of course. For example, I'll just do a short thing from a little preview from that recording earlier. The number of days you are in jail affects your ability to have relief from court. For example, cancellation removal. Okay. So especially with bond, not a lot of judges are not allowing bond for people who have entry without inspection in the United States. Time is of the essence. So don't take this the wrong way, folks. But as you can see here on this app right here, take action, please. Don't twiddle your thumbs. My team doesn't twiddle thumbs, okay? My team probably doesn't like me sometimes because, look, I got to keep them accountable for the best interest of clients. Hey, Litzy, what's going on? Look forward to helping you, Litzy. Hope everything's going well for y'all. Happy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's the middle of September. Can you believe it? All right, so where y'all watching from, by the way? You're on the East Coast, West Coast, Tejas, Florida. Tap the screen, okay? If you don't mind, on this app right here, if you don't mind, tap, tap, tap. If you get to 500 taps, then we'll get you on here. That's right, UK 133456. You're in Austin, Texas. Did I answer your question yesterday? I think I did. Okay, Eric, thanks so much. That is helpful information there. You petitioned her late March 2024, no response. Okay. Okay, late March 2020, and you're a U.S. citizen. Is she, so Eric, is your spouse outside America, abroad, or in the USA? Okay. um, okay, so sorry, I'm like multitasking at the same time. All right, appreciate it. If you outside US, so okay, good luck, Clarissa. Oh, that's very nice of Clarissa with peoplefirstproject.org. She's on the way to a naturalization ceremony to help people get registered to vote. There you go. That's great. It's very important because you know what? It's kind of like when people ask for reviews or businesses in a way like you got you got the benefit of that project someone did for you and they ask you for a or oh man, even like Amazon, you buy something at Amazon or whatever store, they're like hounding you with emails with all these requests for reviews. I think we only do that one time. But what's it called to become a citizen? Like, they don't even remind you. No one's gonna remind you to do that. So the best time to do that is as soon as you take that oath ceremony, you better betcha to get registered. Or someone like Clarissa might be passing out these flyers more often. So let's save some time for each other. Um, consider registering to vote only if you are a U.S. citizen. Okay, it's one of those things that people like pass off and wait, and then also, oh shoot, the election's coming up. So yeah, there are deadlines on that. Kevin, how much are consults? This amount right here, right above my head. You're on TikTok, is right there. If you're on YouTube or YouTube, Facebook, it's right there next to my head. That's for my associate. That fee is for my associates. I can't say certain words out loud because of this app that you tap. So their terms and conditions are a bit strict. So I gotta play by the rules. But that's why I have it here. So, but mine's a little bit more than that. But you have a case pending, but your attorney lacks communication. Oh, uh, those damn attorneys that don't answer emails. Damn it. Well, you know what? With our team, we use a shared email inbox. Look, I mean, even for my personal emails, there's so much spam. And so no one likes email, but we flip it on its head, and we love to respond to clients. I know, don't look at me funny. We truly love to reply to clients because we prefer y'all email us and schedule a meeting rather than call us. I know it's weird, but here's why. Let me just be upfront with this, for example. Because if you call us as a client, my team obviously will answer the phone, which is apparently a lot better than other law firms. I don't know. It's weird, right? Um, but the thing is, our legal team works in what we call like time block. It's almost like going back to school and you have like certain classes to attend every hour or something. Um, or is that what we call it in school? Block scheduling. So it's essentially the same thing. So we have block scheduling for meetings, and so just the nature of like it's just going to be awkward. It's always awkward for my team members who answer the phone like so and so is Jessica is not available. Jessica is not available. Like it's it just doesn't that good feeling, right? So we do recommend self scheduling. And look, we don't hide the link. It's in our email signature, so it's completely visible. In fact, we put it in our contract. We actually find it strange if clients don't schedule a meeting with us. We actually like talking to people. It's weird, right? So yeah, consider scheduling with us. UK, is it okay to request a Vaughn index for a FOIA? I don't know. I never had to do that. Do you have that concern? I guess so, huh? Let's see here. Thank you so much for your questions. Let's see. McDon, how can an American man marry a woman from Philippines? She's still married but separated for 25 years. So some people wouldn't know how to answer that question, but I do. I know exactly what you're talking about, McDon. I think I do. And for people in the Philippines, it's difficult to get a divorce, right? So here's the thing. Does your significant other or friend, let's just say friend for now, does your friend from the Philippines, um, can she get a visa to America? Does she have a visitor visa? Because it's actually in Texas, for example, the state of Texas, the Lone Star State, you can get a person who got married from a different country can get divorced in Texas. And I anticipate that to be true in all 50 states of America. Okay. So once you get divorced in Texas, which is the process the same as with a US citizen, okay? Of course, there's after file a petition for divorce. The second step is service. Have to serve that person, unless the spouse in her spouse in the Philippines signs a waiver, which is even better. Um, that's the workaround in a sense. But yeah, difficult for her to get a visa now. Um, the other way is if, for example, so we go into that for a webinar, for example. Webinar is free to join. We look at other visa types to see, not just the visitor visa. Yeah, visitor visa in general is more difficult, especially. Well, I mean, she's married technically, so that's helpful to show reason to return back hypothetically. But I can't coach y'all. President Trump said I can't coach y'all. But what we do, semantics, if is we prepare y'all. We prepare clients, okay, for interviews. So if you're interested in more other visa types, click on the webinar. There's different topics on the drop down menu. I have a webinar tomorrow as well. My webinar tomorrow is about, if you're already on our listserv, you would have received the invite already. What is it about? Oh, marriage cases in general and and case delays. Okay. Let's get Jas on. Tammy, what is the receipt date? Okay, let's see. Let me go back up. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Um, Eric, did I end up answering your question? You said March 2024. So you have to right now, and you're a U.S. citizen, Eric. So it's been more than 12 months for sure. And you're a little bit past 17 months, I believe. 17 months from March 2024. So the the processing time, let me check. Processing times don't change that much dramatically. They might change like 1 month or 2 months. And then unfortunately it usually does not reduce in time. It usually gets worse. Okay, but let me click on this and then share my screen. What the no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe I clicked on the wrong one. So I haven't figured this part out, but it does show for the National Benefits Center. Let me increase the size here. The processing, I can share my screen on Facebook and YouTube, but I don't have the option for TikTok. So it does show for when the petition is at the National Benefits Center, 80% of cases are taking 52 months. That is not normal. So there's very specific scenarios where that would go there. But let me click on the Service Center Operations, which is more likely for most people, majority of people. Okay, when this processing at the Service Center, 80% of cases are taking 17 months. Okay, Eric? So you're right about that time frame. All right. So I would say wait another month, Eric. And if still nothing, then contact us. Okay. One of the benefits of our team is that we're collaborate with Lawfully. Well, also I pay them a subscription fee so that y'all as clients can receive the update ASAP. As soon as it hits the next stage of something, some kind of status update, it will email you and email us. Isn't that a wonderful thing? So you don't have to refresh, especially I joke with clients after interview. You literally do not have to click refresh. I know some of y'all do that. If your case is pending and you're clicking refresh, please don't do that. You're wasting too much time. Okay. That doesn't give you peace of mind. Okay. What it does give you peace of mind, I think, is you clicking the plus sign here and subscribe down below. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Richard. I think we spoke last night. Good to see you. Hey, Clarissa, let us know how many people you get registered and tell them it's mandatory. I'm just kidding. All right, let's get Dog on.
Hi, John. Good afternoon.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I got my green card.
When what was your situation? You were waiting for the
No,
green
I had
card?
an interview last week.
Oh, last week. Oh, that's fast.
Yeah,
Less than 1 week.
1 week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a managed case?
Marriage case, yeah. But I had an asylum pending right now.
That's right. Okay.
So I was gonna ask you, like, what's the next step? I got like the conditional green card in 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Okay.
So is it better to keep it or what?
So now you got to file a letter, write a letter, mail it in to where your asylum case is supposed to be pending at on your receipt notice, or if you got a transfer notice, then use that address. Let them know that you have resident status now, so that's why you're requesting to withdraw your asylum application.
I have updated my address when I moved here.
Okay.
My current address, like I live in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So the case automatically move here, right? Whenever you move.
Where did you move from?
Originally, it was from Maryland.
Maryland. So I don't know if it's automatic. It usually sometimes USCIS doesn't update that quickly, but so just whatever on the receipt paper, just update that location on the bottom. There's a government address at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that I applied like before 3 years ago. So I'm gonna contact the Virginia field office.
I don't think it's a field office. I just think it's you got to look at your receipt notice. Look at the address down below. It's not a field office. Usually like a service center.
What kind of letter that I'm gonna
write? I just told you.
Yes.
So I talk very fast for social media. Yeah. So basically that you received your resident status and you're requesting to withdraw your asylum application. That's it. All right. And provide them your receipt number for your asylum application.
All right.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right. I say the answer so fast, lightning speed, y'all don't even catch it. That's all good. But here's the thing. That's an example where we help our clients as part of the services. Okay. So I know that many of y'all are quite capable to fill out your own forms, your name, your date of birth. But look, if you want peace of mind all the way around, top to bottom, left to right, you contact us, okay? Here at Green Card Guys. And even if you filed your case already and you're like, oh shoot, I don't know if Green Card Guys or I don't know if John will accept this case, don't wonder. Don't ponder in your head for so long, okay? Just call us, okay? Obviously, if it's like 10 p.m., no one's working. So just text us and let us know the time that you're available. And one of my team members will contact you the next day. Because of number one thing we want to make sure is to let you know if we can even help you. Okay. For example, if someone contacts us this week for the first time that they have a NOID, and the deadline is on Friday, we can't help you. There's not enough time, okay, for us to jump in, learn everything, and then jump in. Um, Learn everything about your facts. I mean, okay, let's see here. Okay, so let's see. I see some questions here. Hey, Tina, thanks for sharing that. Tina shares that the last day to register to vote is this year midterm elections already? Or is that next year? I'm losing my mind here on that. Just kidding. I'm not losing my mind. Last day to register to vote is October 6th. Election day. Election day, November 4th, 2025. Wow, time does fly by. Okay, thanks for sharing. Yeah, look up your local county for those deadlines as well. Alec Khan, do we deal with DUI? In what sense? Not as a criminal defense attorney, but we do review consequences of crimes. Okay, that's actually, excuse me, one of my can't hide the burp. One of my one of the recordings I had with another attorney today. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, there's several people that want to join live. Thank you so much for your request. Okay, I want to just make sure I didn't miss anything. Dongo or with a D on TikTok, can somebody get in trouble if reported for marriage fraud after getting a 10-year card? Now, I'm just going to assume your comment is just for your friend, and that is allegedly, yes, it is possible to still get caught up in marriage fraud um, after you get the 10-year card. The United States government has the right to revoke your status. Okay. So don't mess around, y'all. If you are considering to get married with a friend and that person is purely a friend, okay, you're only getting married for a green card, I think you know what John would do. What WWJD. You got to run. Do not hitch up with that person. Whether you're the US citizen or you're the immigrant, just walk away from the situation. Okay. Because I know I have heard through the grapevine that some people get matched up. It might not even be on you. Like maybe you're not the person that wants to do this, but like auntie tells you, oh, it's fine. Your uncle tells it's fine. And maybe they're saying all that because they're getting paid. Have you thought about that? So just be careful. Consider who's the one vetting and connecting y'all. Matchmaker. Okay. All right. Let's get Richard Charles on. What's going on, Richard? Long time no see. Oh, sounds good, Tina. Sounds good. Oh, what happened, Richard? Let me try that again. There we go. Your prior date, September 2005. I think filed by your sister, right, Richard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I was thinking once we get our date, my daughter-in-law is helping us as well to, check it out. And she says once we get our date, it'll be 3 months after that they will give us our date for when we go, and that's the time I need your assistance, I guess. But it was in 2005 in September, sir.
I'm a little concerned. I think
You checked yesterday on the bulletin, and you were saying 2008, 2008. But then you said it should be probably be before that, right?
yeah,
And
yours is
I
before.
spoke to it. There's not correct. It was in 2005 in September.
And you're from South Africa? Is that right?
South Africa, right? My concern is just the fact that I stayed there, remember, and I legally got my Social Security card, worked there for a year,
Yeah.
went back, and
yeah, I remember that.
When I go for my interview,
Yeah.
do you think that would be?
Well, that's actually not the concern right now. We talked about that last night. The concern now is something new that we had not contemplated because we didn't know your prior date last night.
Right.
The thing now is, your prior date is a date before what it shows online. That is a problem.
Right.
That is a problem.
How so, though?
Did you get an email, or your sponsor, like your sister, get an email?
So my sister got a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a letter, and I said, "Okay, let's check it out." And she read it, and with that, she got it. So she got it, and then we applied. We did all the thing on the what is it, the DS260. We applied everything they asked us. We gave them all the right documentary proof. Yes. Yeah, we've got. So we're now basically just waiting for our interview date.
Okay, so someone paid the fees, the $445?
Yes, we paid the.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We paid all the fees. I think there was my sister had to pay $350 from her side. All the taxes she had, all of those information we gave to them. Okay. There was a bit of a hiccup with some of our forms, but we resent the forms, and then they accepted all the forms, and to the point now where we have our interview dates. We're waiting for the interview dates.
Okay. Have you ever tried to contact the embassy, Johannesburg, or another one? What the heck's going on for your interview date?
No, we haven't, because now you know how it works. They work just with emails. We try to call them. I remember there was some issue with some documents that we had to forward, and then it's just via email. So now at the moment, we've been approved. All our documents have been approved, right? For this, like I said, it was 28 years later, and this is really something different. Not something different, but as far as our situation is concerned,
Okay, so
my sister.
So my question next is, I'm laying the groundwork here. I'm asking questions because I have some possible bad news to share. Okay, and the thing is, did you or your sister receive a letter, or in the mail, or by email, that the visa has been terminated? Any kind of remembering of that? Okay, you may have to ask your sister when you get a chance. Okay, and if you email us, did you email this morning or last night? You do that after this live show, okay? because I want to email you this information. Okay. And that's
Okay.
what I like to do for every, because I don't want y'all just to believe, right? Like there's so many immigration lawyers out there. I want y'all to have the accurate information. So like I'm on YouTube and Facebook as well, and I'm sharing there, and I'll let me take a step back. So your visa bulletin, I'm just looking at the most recent right now, October 2025. Okay, it's been released recently. We're looking at chart A because you're abroad, right? You're in South Africa. So that is that is a left column. It says all chargeable areas. And by the way, just to get a little idea, have you ever looked at the visa bulletin before?
No, not yet.
You definitely need to email us right after the show. Okay, so we can send my team can send you a video about it and the links here. You're in the F4 category, right? Because your sister filed for you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Correct.
So we're looking at the chart A, and right now it shows January 2008 for your in general your category. Your prior date. I mean, this your prior date. You said September 2005. Okay.
Correct.
That sounds about right because I remember last night you said something about like 16 years or something. So it's been a while.
Yes.
Okay. So you have a decent memory, even late hours. So I don't get much sleep. But the thing is,
Good work.
I try when I can, appreciate it though. Y'all be tapping the screen, guys. Tap the screen, okay? Because I don't always do in-depth reviews like this with Mr. Richard Charles, but this is an in-depth review.
Thank you so much.
Happy to help.
Appreciate it.
And it's not about, I'm not in this to to have a TikTok shop, for example. So but I want to share information because y'all could be waiting for no reason. And so I want to make sure you ask your sister if she may have received. And the thing is, she may have forgotten, because everyone receives so many emails, right? We receive so many emails and we get a lot of spam emails. Fortunately, my attorney email doesn't get too much spam. So we, people like, I have one client tell me she deletes every email after she reads it. She deleted it. I'm like, why do you do that? You might need it. So anyways, so I'm looking at this. Your prior date is 2005 September. So here's a rule for the National Visa Center. You have 1 year to contact or do the next step after your priority date, yours being September 2005, to take action on it. That could be applying for the DS-260 or going to the interview.
Look, we did all of those. We applied for the DX260. We did everything.
Okay.
File for the paperwork, whatever they wanted. So now it's where we waiting for our interview date.
Yeah. So, but this is why it's good to have an attorney involved, because we can essentially keep track of this for y'all.
So what I want to do is when we get our dates, right?
Mm-hmm.
I then want to contact you as to just how we need to, what we need to do further when we go for our interview. As to what they would expect, what would they ask. I remember you said it takes.
Yeah. Well, that is I appreciate that. That is a separate consideration. We first need to make sure your case is active, that has not been terminated. Okay. That's really step number one for you. Okay. So, kindly ask your sister if she can search her email, the email address that she may have used when she put on the petition, okay, to receive this. Okay. There have been times where even for my email that when I used my own work email before, now I use a different one for the attorneys, that they would spell my name wrong in my email. You know how crazy it is? That means that I did not receive it for a couple of people. And so, of course, we checked in and we told our clients, look, be on the lookout for the email. So it takes coordination, right?
Right.
So, Mm-hmm.
That's what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting on right now.
Well, what I'm trying to tell you is you cannot wait anymore. You cannot wait anymore. You got to talk to your sister today. You got to talk to her today, because if you keep waiting, you're going to forget to talk to her. Right? So email us,
Okay.
and I will provide you the action plan. Okay. But you got to email within the next 2 hours. Otherwise, I will forget. I talked to so many people, you know. I happen to remember your situation because it was last night. So,
Right.
so yeah, please email. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to keep waiting and you're just wasting time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We're
I'm
s-
gonna email you.
Mhm.
Where is your email at the? Because I went on your website. Like, okay, askjohn.com.
John Ting.
Um, So I will email you to send me the information so that I can gather that information to send to my sister. Is that right?
Well, this is information for your knowledge. I mean, you could share with her as well. And I'll share this information with team members so they can email it to you. But we'll send you the NVC email so that you can basically, she can copy and paste it, and you can do the same in your email just to make sure if you received anything from them in the last, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. The thing is, I know it's weird, but even if the government says, like, or you say, like, well, they never sent me an email, they never sent my sister an email, like, for the interview. But look, at the end of the day, they're not going to necessarily reinstate your case just because of that reason. You have to use legal language, of course, if they truly didn't, that where we can help in to try to reactivate it. Worst case scenario, if they won't reinstate it, of course, I'm with the assumption with so many years already passed for yours, 2 or 3 years, it seems
But
like.
remember,
Yeah.
yeah, but we did it. We did it. Everything to us seems like it's falling in place. Like all of our paperwork.
That's what you think, but I think
Right.
it's falling out of
Yes,
place.
right.
So I think it's a different. We can agree to disagree, but that's why you're on this channel right now to verify that. Okay. What did she say?
So yeah, they've sent us it's pre-approval to where we're just waiting now for our date.
What did they send you?
2 months ago.
What did they send you?
Yeah. A pre-approval so that we can. Right,
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, that's fine. I can hear a little bit. Okay, good. Well, you got an email that says documentarily complete or qualified. That's great. That's wonderful. And that was a couple months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
2 months ago, yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing is, the part you can't see because I'm sharing my screen on YouTube and Facebook. The priority date, it's already been past like 2 or 3 years since working on January 2008, case in January 2008. So you just at this point, then that sounds like you want to take precaution and just email the embassy to let them know. I noticed it's been like my priority date is 2 or 3 years before the current priority date. So can I be? Can you schedule me the next available? Please schedule me for an interview next available. Okay.
So yeah. So when we do get that date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they then they'll email us. I think it will be in this September to say, okay, your date is maybe January or December or whatever the case might be. I need to then contact you to just get me as to know as to what. But that's the thing. Like I told you yesterday, is the fact that because that happened 28 years ago.
Yeah.
Overstayed my visa.
Let's go ahead and schedule, because you share that with me. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and schedule a meeting when that time comes. Okay. I don't have the answer for you right now, but you can schedule a meeting.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Fine. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just intending to be here pretty quick, so I'm about to hop off soon. But all right. Thank you, Richard. No, you're fine. All right. Thank you. But still email us. Still email us. Don't forget that. Okay.
I will. So that email
Okay.
is there.
All right.
You can just send me that information.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
So
bye-bye.
much. Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
my brother. I really appreciate you. Good job. You're doing a good job. Every time on my TikToks, I see you.
Thank you.
So that's awesome. Thank you for helping us.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
My son is actually, my son was born there in America, and he's working for the American. He's at the U.S. Air Force.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes.
For a long time,
so
or
hoping that
just
I'll be
because?
able to make it
Okay.
back there after all these years.
Okay. Well, let's get you to touch down over here. Okay.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Take care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you everyone for your patience. I have a couple more questions that I can answer, but I gotta hop off because I gotta prepare for tomorrow's interview, of course. Today I did not have an interview, so that's why I'm dressed down. I didn't have to put my makeup on. Let's see. Let's okay. Let's see. David's question. You had a question about your friend with the visa, works with fake social. His son will turn 21. Will be able to adjust. So, I mean, my answer to you yesterday, I don't think was ambiguous. I thought it was pretty clear, but the question, there's no question on any 485. Fortunately, is they don't have a question that asks, "Have you used a fake social?" But I do remember you commented yesterday saying he has not checkmarked anything or never falsely claimed to be a U.S. citizen. So that's great. Okay. But to take the next step for your friend, please ask them to schedule a meeting. Okay. I don't usually like to. Y'all are so nice. A lot of y'all ask questions for a friend. So if you say that, I have to assume that you're talking about a friend. Um, so then I just don't go in too much in depth because it's. Please take no offense, but like you might not share the exactly how I say it. I phrase things very precisely for a reason. So I have to assume, unfortunately, that people don't phrase it exactly the way I say it. It's just nature of storytelling, right? So that happens. All right, have fun, Clarissa. You go into a ceremony. Those take a long time, by the way. Let's see. During the N400 background check process, would it reveal if an LPR unlawfully voted? I'm not too sure about that. I don't think so. But before your friend or you reveal that on application, definitely talk to immigration lawyer first. Okay. Um, let's see. Otherwise, there'll be dire consequences. XO Marie, how is the marriage green card interviews going in Houston? Wonderful. I don't have any complaints, fortunately. But I mean, I don't know. We prepare cases differently than I think more thoroughly, if that's more thoroughly. Yeah, than others. So MIW, can you upload unsolicited evidence? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the thing is like bills, checks, checking account statement, upload it before. If you're wondering, like, oh, when do I upload? You can upload it ongoing. There's no like deadline. I guess the deadline would be like tomorrow, for example, I have an interview for a marriage interview. Like today is a deadline. Okay, just you want to make sure it gets in the system. Okay, and I know many of y'all. As yours says, I see there's a couple people want to join as a guest. I'll have to make that quick. Okay, when you join, but let me answer this one question. Keep tapping the screen if you don't mind on the one that you tap. The other one, if you can click the thumbs up. It's been 3 weeks since the interview, and your account still says interview was scheduled. Did you actually get an interview letter? So, by the way, will I be on later tonight? I don't know. I don't know if I will be on later. Yesterday was a long show. Like I don't know what I don't take any pills or anything, but I don't sniff anything except air. So I don't know how I stayed up that long yesterday. So I think I have to give my mind and body a little bit rest tonight, maybe tomorrow. But if you have a question, you're always welcome, of course, schedule a meeting. Look, of course, I don't, there's some attorneys that come on here and live or whatnot and say, schedule meeting. Like, look, of course you can schedule meetings. So I don't have to tell that to everyone. But when I actually tell you to schedule a meeting or email, you better do it, okay? Because a magic wand, there's so much information that we share that even like the gentleman earlier, Richard Charles, I believe his name. Look, I'm not gonna charge him to share him this information, right? We just want to point you in the right direction, okay? We wish you all the best. Some of y'all already have your own attorney. I wish you the best with that legal service. But if it turns out that somehow later on that service sucks, consider our team, okay? All right. I got to hop off very soon. So let's see. Oh, that's funny. Jim Hacking spoke well about me yesterday. That's very nice of him. I'll need to say thank you. We must have do y'all watch Jim too? A lot of y'all too? That's funny. So how many hours y'all watching a live show of attorneys? That's very nice of you guys. Interesting, Adele. Why are interview slots all closed for? Jim's show is kind of like a drama show. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Sorry. I'll take a look at that. But Johannesburg and Cape Town, let me ask my other colleagues on that. Okay, y'all have a good one. Take care. Peace.